ships, the Puma and the Justo Sierra.
10 scientists from UNAM are part of the Intergovernmental Group on Climate Change, which is not only sponsored by the UN, but is also the recipient of the 2007 Nobel Peace Prize. Moreover, the expertise of the university's researchers is continuously being endorsed and sought after. For example, as a result of the floods in the state of Tabasco in 2007, the Engineering Institute was invited to participate in the elaboration of the state's hydric plan.
The university's volcanologists are in charge of monitoring the country's volcanoes, particularly Popocatépetl. Its historians and anthropologists unravel the past in order to better understand the present.
The school's biologists and ecologists study the flora and fauna that make up the country's territory, promoting measures to protect the ecosystems and the environment, while engineers, jurists, chemists, and architects, among others, contribute with viable and effective solutions to the country's problems.
The National Researcher System has 3,251 academics from UNAM on its register. These represent the top 50% of all researchers listed.
One part of supporting the academic activities is the enormous effort that goes into keeping the buildings and other spaces in good condition, which is why the classrooms, laboratories, workshops, and athletic areas are constantly being maintained.
With equal determination, the installations, whether for the sciences or the humanities, are being equipped with the instruments and cutting-edge technology needed, so the students and staff can carry out their work with both security and efficiency.
In order to preserve its environment and facilitate transportation for its community and visitors, the National University has a Puma Bus transport system with 10 routes and a Bici Puma bicycle program. Both cleaner and free of charge, these services cover the totality of the Central Campus territory, the scientific investigation route, and the cultural and athletic zones.
UNAM's cultural infrastructure and wealth are vast and invaluable. It has 23 museums where art and history are renewed and science is disseminated.
A cultured public welcomes each new season of the school's musical, theater, film, and dance presentations. Every year, more than 3.5 million people attend over 7,000 of these cultural functions.
Producing some 6 books a day, UNAM has become one of Mexico's leading publishing houses.
The University Cultural Center houses the Sala Netzahualcoyotl, an exceptional auditorium for the enjoyment of music. At this same area of the campus, the new University Museum of Contemporary Art was built. In the north-central part of the city, in what was the Ministry of Foreign Relations in Tlatelolco, the university inaugurated a new University Cultural Center, which increases in no small measure its task of disseminating culture, along with teaching foreign languages and information technology.
At the very same location, the 68th Memorial, a museographic space, allows visitors to learn of the events of that year and the subsequent political and social consequences.
The National University's 2 orchestras, OFUNAM and Sinfónica de Minería, both enjoy wide recognition.
UNAM has built installations in 24 of the country's states, including the Federal District, the capital. These campuses throughout the country help to promote development through the staff, research, and links with other institutions.
The campuses in Ensenada, Cuernavaca, Morelia, and Juriquilla fortify their presence with institutes and first-rate research centers, where cutting-edge projects are carried out in the most diverse areas of knowledge.
The school is present and active throughout the country in places as diverse as Sierra de San Pedro Martir and the ecological reserves of Chamela and Los Tuxtlas, places of enormous biodiversity.
Through its multidisciplinary staff and research units in Sisal and Ixtapas-y-Huatanejo, the university collaborates in the search for solutions to social problems, such as looking for development alternatives in coastal zones.
In addition, UNAM has extension schools in Los Angeles, San Antonio, and Chicago in the U.S., and another in Quebec, Canada.
Through these schools, the institution is strengthened beyond its borders, preserving and disseminating both the Spanish language and Mexican culture. We also provide the academic and cultural tools to Mexicans that reside in those countries.
Beginning in 2009, in collaboration with the Cervantes Institute of Spain, UNAM will certify anywhere in the world via Internet the ability to speak Spanish. This way, anyone can officially validate their proficiency of the language, which is spoken by more and more people every day.
Compared to other institutions of higher education, UNAM has the most important and complete library and computer systems in Mexico.
Its 142 libraries house more than 12 million volumes of almost 4 million titles, 5 million of which may be checked out for home use. The digital archive contains 25,000 electronic magazines. The library serves some 22 million patrons annually.
UNAM's computer network is linked to more than 50,000 computers. The university is also the owner of the Cambalam supercomputer, one of the most powerful on the continent, whose calculating capacity exceeds 7 billion arithmetic calculations per second.
In order to facilitate communications, the access and exchange of information, Ciudad Universitaria and the Advanced Studies faculties have a wireless network which allows all its users access to an online connection at any location on these campuses.
UNAM also operates the University Cultural Channel, which transmits its programming through cable and Sky. As well as Radio UNAM, whose signal goes out on both AM and FM frequencies, and by Internet. These reflect not only the voice, but the spirit of the university as well.
Throughout its history, UNAM has remained deeply rooted in the people of Mexico.
This is the reason why the National University has been entrusted with safeguarding many of the country's most precious treasures, such as the National Library and the National Periodical Archive, which represent the nation's memory.
The National Library, for example, maintains archives from the 16th and 17th centuries under strict temperature and humidity conditions. The numerous incunables which are kept receive special care considering their cultural value.
The school is responsible for photographic collections by renowned photographers, the esteemed chroniclers of our national culture.
UNAM offers many other services of great interest that in other countries wouldn't necessarily be the responsibility of an educational institution. Perhaps this is why UNAM is looked to as much more than just a school.
UNAM's experts operate and preserve, among its other equipment and collections, the National Seismological Service.